Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sheila learns a shocking secret after saying goodbye to Daddy, and Hope asks Thomas to do it again. Moment on the bold and the beautiful. Sheila and Deacon part ways, Hope ploys in Thomas's love, and Finn and Lee hold a candid discussion. At the Precipice house, Finn vows to lie that he won't risk losing his family. Sheila has caused enough damage as it is, but there's commodity differently he needs her to know. He needs to be sure she realizes how important he loves and respects her. You were my mama. Lee gets choked up as he holds her hands and apologizes for calling Sheila mama. Lie is the woman who made him who he's. Moment. They embrace. Finn says that formerly he figures out a way to get through to Sheila. He'll know see her again. At Deacon's place, Sheila tells him she doesn't want to peril his relationship with his son, the same kind she hopes to have one day with his son. She's well apprehensive that their situations are veritably different, but she's determined to find a way to be part of Finn's life. At Thomas's place, he and Hope still can't believe Douglas set up a romantic regale for them. The boy says he loves them so much, and I suppose you love each other too. Hope and Thomas laugh awkwardly. Douglas gestures, Madame, and seats Hope, followed by Thomas, and also takes their wine order. Hope tells the sprat how sweet he is and thanks him for doing all of this. She hugs him. Hope Thomas Douglas B&B. After Douglas has served pizza, Thomas and Hope gush over it. Douglas announces he should get going home. Aunt Donna is on her way back to pick him up. He wants to give them time alone and is sure to remind them that his dream come true would be them all living together as a happy family. They get up to clinch Douglas and peer at each other. Hope Thomas Douglas B&B at the Precipice house. Lee goes on to Finn about his father keeping the Sheila secret from her. It makes her wonder what differently he's kept from her. She recaps that Jack brought Sheila into their lives and defended himself. He said if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be then. Finn is sorry and embraces his mama. Finn recaps that Lie didn't let his pater, Staradiddle, tear her down. She's pushing forward and making sure he's done the same. He'll find a way to get through to Sheila. They embrace. Further Brookevs. Donna. At Deacon's place, Sheila recaps that she and Deacon are ending it because they want long and continuing connections with their kitties. Neither of them wants it to end, but Deacon doesn't want to lose Hope. Sheila wants a relationship with Finn. She doesn't want to walk in the murk, hiding from the outraged Gapes any longer, especially from the Foresters. Claret notes, one Forester in particular, Steffi. Cleric Sheila B&B. Cleric continues to say that with Steffi still in the way, he doesn't see how Sheila has a path back to Finn. Sheila reminds him not to misdoubt her. There's no mistaking that bond between a mama and her son. At Thomas's place, Thomas and Hope chortle about their sprat, and Hope gets a textbook from Douglas letting them know there are Eiffels in the kitchen. Thomas, turning serious, tells Hope their son was right. I do love you. He knows she's not there yet. Thomas recaps that he made miscalculations in the history, but he's changed. I promised that I didn't tell Douglas to do any of this. Hope formerly figured that out. Thomas doesn't want to ruin the moment, but lets her know that he only wants to be with her, just you. He was the wrong Joe in the history, but he's better now. I am a new man, and Douglas is right about one further thing. You miss your family, of course you do, but Liam hurt you, and that's not your only family. Our family is right then. Hope considers this. Thomas says Douglas isn't wrong. We are a family, Hope. They could have everything Douglas has always wanted. A family together participating further moments like this. He knows she's not there yet, but when effects change, I'll be right then because I've always loved you. Hope tells him how good it feels to be in his arms, a man who loves her and only her. I can feel your love, what you partake with me, Thomas, and it feels good. Will you do it again? Tell me I am the only one. Thomas says, you're the only one, and they start making out. Thomas Hope B&B at Deacon's place. Sheila emerges from the reverse room with her bags in hitch. Cleric gets a textbook that he's demanded at the eatery. Sheila understands. She says, is this farewell? My knight in shining armor. She doesn't know what she'd have done if he hadn't taken her in. It was so nice having you to calculate on. I'm going to miss you, Deacon Sharp. He replies, I'm going to miss you too, Sheila Carter. Good luck, because I am going to be lodging for you. They kiss tenderly and she whispers, "Goodbye, Daddy." Deacon walks out. Sheila fights gashes and gasps. Cleric Sheila B&B at the precipice house. Lee asks Finn to be honest. There isn't any part of you that wanted to let Sheila go when she had her heart attack. Finn knew the terror and pain she has caused and that she and Steffi wanted it to be over, but he'd a job to do. Anyhow, she's back in our lives, and I might not know exactly how yet, but I'm going to find a way to get through to Sheila. Once she knows he's done with her, she'll leave. In Il Giardino, Deacon is seated with the judge who released Sheila and tells him, "I can't thank you enough for your help." The judge reminds him they are old musketeers and go way back. Although, who would have allowed? You'd be the city's hottest restaurateur, and I'd have earned my judgeship, especially considering some of those situations you had to bail me out of at the lair. Deacon recalls a situation involving halves and a can of whipped cream. They laugh and toast. Suddenly, Sheila appears and spots them. She sits at a near table and eavesdrops as the judge tells Deacon he was a bit surprised by his request. Deacon says, "Sheila and I go way back too. We've a lot of history." The judge sensations, her rap distance. She's not the kind of girl you bring home to mama. At least he knows now why Deacon reached out to him. He alludes to having the attorneys involved train all the right movements. Miss Carter may know I know, but the really big reason she's a free woman is because of you, Deacon. Sheila gasps and looks over her shoulder at Deacon. A romantic time for Thomas and Hope. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, September 22, 2023, reveal Douglas getting near to all his dreams coming true. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Douglas Forrester's dream come true. Hope Logan is most clearly enjoying her newfound freedom from Liam Spencer and her newfound coitus life with Thomas Forrester. Still, she has claimed that she isn't in love with Thomas and that she isn't sure if she ever will be. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, a romantic time for Thomas and Hope. That doesn't mean that Douglas Forrester will accept his parents not being together. With Liam out of the way, the path seems clear. To that end, Douglas prepares a romantic regale for his parents and Hope decides to just enjoy it and enjoy Thomas's affections. He tells her he loves her formerly again, but he gets that Hope is just not there yet. Still, Hope is now getting to know what it feels like to be with a man who loves her and only her, and she's enjoying it more every single day. Will she realize she actually is in love with Thomas sooner rather than latterly? A curveball for Deacon Sharp and Sheila Carter. It was a close call when Hope stopped by to see her pater, and Sheila Carter had to hide formerly again. Deacon Sharp couldn't handle the idea of Hope knowing he'd been shacking up with Sheila out and on for over a time despite him falling further and further in love with the crazy woman every day. After a good talk with Hope, Deacon's relationship with Sheila is set to take a serious turn. Sheila was packing up her effects to leave when Hope started knocking on the door, but perhaps Deacon won't want her to leave. Formerly Hope is gone. Cleric just can't feel to help his passions for Sheila just as Hope can help her passions for Thomas. Yes, Sheila and Thomas aren't ever the same position of bad, but this could be a case of like father, like son. Is Sheila about to become the luckiest woman in the world formerly again?